Welcome to Brewitures. Today we've got Southern Tier Brewing's Warlock. Warlock is an Imperial Pumpkin Stout by Southern Tier. We just reviewed their Imperial Pumpkin Ale right before this, and needless to say,
I loved it.
We had some reactions. So if you want to view that video, go ahead and check it out. Come back and look at this one. This is an Imperial Pumpkin Stout. We've had a couple other porters and stouts that are supposed to have pumpkin in them, and they've all failed spectacularly. They've all been okay as far as stouts or porters go, but none of them have been able to get the spice or the pumpkin in there. But I think maybe a good dessert stout could do.
Right. I guess pumpkin is just hard.
I guess so. I don't think it'd be that difficult. This has a best by date of July 27th, 2024. So if you want to hang on to it for a while, you can.
Wait a second. That's wild to me because this is an Imperial Stout and they should keep. So I'm not surprised that this is a 2024. But the ale was also a best by 2024.
Yes.
How does that make any sense to anybody? Are they just putting random dates on there? They chose their best employee's birthday 2 years out.
Well, they probably made it in July, and 2-year expiration date is pretty standard for a lot of products.
Ales and stouts are not the same thing, though.
No, but they're both Imperial, and it's the alcohol content that really helps it keep that long.
Okay, so this one has a 8.6 alcohol too? No, it doesn't. There's no way.
So do you want to guess what the alcohol is?
It's 9.3.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
The alcohol content for this 8.6.
I don't like these people.
I think it's cute. It's purple, and they've got this cute little Warlock pumpkin on it.
Look me up when this review's over. I'm done with these people. It's cute. I like purple.
And I like orange, apparently.
I like purple.
I like orange, apparently. Spooky season beer. Spooky season is here. Maybe it's gone by the time this video comes out. Who knows?
This is ale brewed with pumpkin and natural flavor added. So it doesn't say anything about pumpkin pie or pumpkin spice. So I have high expectations for this. Only because the ale that we reviewed said pumpkin pie.
In a glass.
And
It
I
tasted like ass.
That when breweries promise pumpkin pie, they're talking about the spices.
Right.
So when breweries promise pumpkin only, you better deliver on your promise because you delivered on the pumpkin pie promise.
Yeah, I think that's well said. And that's enough talking. Let's get to drinking. All right, Southern Tier, it's time for redemption with your Imperial Pumpkin Stout.
I love a good stout. And I love a good scary movie. Friends, what's your favorite scary movie? And also, why is it Psycho? That is the best scary movie. Right? Or The Exorcist.
It is a very scary movie. Very watery just from pouring it to the nose.
I wouldn't expect it to be any less watery than this.
It smells like the ale did.
It's really dark. This is so black.
Very much like the ale did. I'm so scared right now.
All I see is me and you. I don't see anything else.
I see the rest of your room.
How? These parts?
Well, you're closer to it than I am. See, what about you? What do you see?
Oh, there's mirrors right here, friends.
No, there's not.
Oh, we're in the studio. We're not in a bedroom. This smells like the ale, but like more of a heavier. It's not so much of the spices.
All right, let's drink it.
Was this in the refrigerator? Oh my god. No!
They just took the same flavor, that natural flavor, they just took the same flavoring and put it in here. I'm convinced it's a flavoring that is like a spice flavoring that's made to taste like ginger maybe. Ginger, nutmeg, allspice, one of those like more pungent spices. This is not great. It really overpowers the entire beer. I don't get any of the roastiness, chocolatiness that I expect from a stout.
Really?
Really. I don't get anything. I just get all of the spice, the same spice that I tasted in that Imperial Pumpkin Ale.
Wow.
It tastes exactly the same almost.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I do get those same flavors, but at the end, I get a leathery taste that I have tasted in some stouts. I'm not gonna say Even More Jesus because, yes, I think that's what Even More Jesus was going for, a leathery taste, and I'm not super into that. But I think that this is the pumpkin spices that we tasted in that ale, plus a leathery taste at the back end.
I could agree with that. I see a little bit of leather on the back end right before it really kicks into overdrive with the spice. In the beginning, I get that stout taste just in the second or two before the spice just begins to overtake everything. So hard to say exactly what it is. Maybe a little roastiness, a little chalkiness there in the very, 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 very beginning. But this is not for me beer again, because the flavor, like I said, is exactly the same as the Imperial Pumpkin Ale. And if you've watched that video, you know I hated it.
He made the same face.
Like it's gross. It is hard for me to drink this. Like this is not fun. This is not fun anymore.
All right, video's over. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't want to love everything, but I don't want things to taste like this.
It's definitely. I think what happened is, like I keep saying is, pumpkin must be a hard flavor to do. So that's why breweries keep putting pumpkin pie spices into their stuff, because that's what this is, and it is. I think this one's a little more overpowering than the ale is, because also probably because this is an imperial stout. I'm not sure if the alcohol content is pretty much the same, right?
Exactly the same.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what makes this a stout, because it does taste the same, plus a little bit of leather.
Yeah. On a different note, the pumpkin one was seasonal, so that comes around once a year. This is limited, so I don't know how limited it is. It's hard to find, whatever. Yeah.
Whatever, you can tell he's not into this anymore.
This is, yeah, good thing it's limited. I don't ever want to see it again.
I feel like as you keep sipping on it, it gets a little better, right?
Oh, you mean like I can actually get it down without making a face? Kind of like the other one too. But that brings me to the next question, Mary. What would you rate this beer out of 5?
I guess you're trying to wrap this video up so you can just pour this down the drain. I think that this is a little bit harder than the ale. I don't like these flavors as much as I did the ale, because I'm not a huge fan of the leather.
Yeah, you're not an Imperial Stout fan.
I'm not getting any other flavors. Like this is the ale, and they put a piece of raw leather into the barrel, and then they took it out, and then they called it a stout. And for that, I think I'm going to give it a 2.5. The flavors are there. It tastes like a pumpkin spice, like a pumpkin pie spice, not a pumpkin spice, but it's too leathery for me. I don't enjoy this stout as much as other stouts. But I've never had a really good pumpkin stout, have I?
We have not had a single good pumpkin stout or porter. To me, it seems like it would be hard to get it into a dark beer like that, and it's proving to be true with everything that we've had so far. This is going to join its brother, its friend, at a 0.25 for me. It is nigh undrinkable. It is easily a drain pour, and it tastes exactly the same as the other one. It feels very lazy to me that they made some base Imperial Ale and Imperial Stout and just went, we're going to add the same exact flavoring, and there's our offering. Woo! It don't taste any different. I don't taste any of the stout flavor in this. Epic Brewing, which is up, they did a pumpkin porter, which at least tasted good and tasted like a porter. This just tastes bad.
I don't agree. I mean, it's very spicy, like not hot, but like spicy.
Yeah.
It's just
It's overspiced.
pumpkin must be hard. Pumpkin must be a hard flavor.
I
Just
guess
like-
so. How does
just
Starbucks
like-
do it?
Well, just like strawberries are kind of a hard flavor.
Yeah, there are certain flavors that are hard to do.
Raspberries, not really. Blueberry is kind of a little
They
hard.
can be. You have to add a lot
Yeah.
of blueberry things. But that's neither here nor there.
It's just a hard flavor, I feel like. So that's why breweries are putting the spices instead of the pumpkin.
Yeah.
That's my takeaway, friends.
The sad part for me is we have one more pumpkin beer as of the filming of this video for this season. Unless we find more. But
You seem excited about that last one. Look at your face.
I was excited about this one and its friend that we reviewed, but now I don't know. I'm scared. I guess this is the right time of the year to be scared. But yeah, thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe. It helps us out. Slam the bell icon. You'll be notified when our next beer review is up. But until then, we're the Brimmerchers, trying every beer from around the world. One sip at a time. Well, welcome back to Brimmerchers. Southern Tier's back, and we're back, and you're back, and our backs are back.